Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, yes, tamu sana. Yesterday, Jubilee Vice Chairman David Murathe led a delegation of youth from Muranga to Raila Amolo Odinga. I want you to listen to this short clip by David Murathe, for it's going to form the basis of our analysis and discussion in this video right now. Listen to this clip.
Unaona rais, because we are there. Hapo ndio sisi tupo. Niliongea na sitaongea tena, nikaambia watu prepare for Jacob to be the 5th president. Na wale wana macho wanaona. Ama hamuoni? Tunaona. Dalili ya mvua ni nini? Si ni mawingu. My friend Kamau knows, tumesafiri hii safari. Na saa ingine mimi najua sana. They call me the face of impunity in Jubilee. But like I am telling you, there will be new formations going forward. Kutoka jana, NASA imekwisha. You know that. Yes. Because when 3 parties get out, that coalition is finished. And it's now time for us now to come together and form the new coalition. And we are going to work together. And let me remind you, some of you may be young people, whenever our people work with the people of Nyanza, we always win. I'm doing a play because tangu independence, when we work together, we won. In multi-party, when we work together, we won. When in 2002, isipokuwa sisi tulikuwa na uhuru, wakati walishikana na Kibaki akasema Kibaki tosha, they won. Okay? Hata hii inakuja. Tukishikana Mount Kenya na Nyanza, Western, and the rest of the country, we shall win. Yes. Because part of the president's legacy is to leave behind a united country. Akienda nyumbani awache hii nchi imekuja pamoja. That for him, unity, for posterity, and for prosperity.
Yes. From that speech by David Murathe is making it very clear that Raila Odinga is not alone. And that when you see Raila Odinga, you are just seeing the president. And also is making it very clear that Jacob is the 5th president. What does that mean politically for Raila Amolo Odinga? I've summarized this into about 5 points. The first point, or the first meaning of that, is that the president's men are now getting bolder and more courageous in their endorsement of Raila Amolo Odinga as the person most likely to succeed the president. In the past, they have been just endorsing Raila through maybe their social media accounts or maybe in boardroom. But in this case of yesterday, David Murathe is now coming out in broad daylight to endorse Raila among the youth. Because David Murathe comes from Muranga County, specifically Gatanga constituency. And also these youths came from Muranga County. So most likely behind the scene, ladies and gentlemen, Murathe might have also played a major role in mobilizing these youths to pay a courtesy call to Raila Amolo Odinga. Because he comes from Muranga County, and this youth also comes from Muranga County. So most likely, David Murathe and this president's men are changing tact. Instead of maybe endorsing Raila through their social media accounts or in boardroom, they are now reaching out to the people. That's a clear departure from what they have been doing in the past. Just some times back also in Muranga, very close President Uhuru Kenyatta's allies, in fact governors, really endorsed Raila Amolo Odinga in broad daylight. And now David Murathe also is coming out to endorse Raila in broad daylight. It simply means this President Uhuru Kenyatta's men, they are now changing tack. They are now reaching direct to the people as opposed to endorsing Raila just in their social media accounts or maybe in boardroom. They are changing tack. And then secondly, this meeting by Raila Amolo Odinga and these Muranga youths, it also means that Raila Odinga has also identified the battleground in Mount Kenya. It's widely believed and also assumed that the people who have been Rutonated in Mount Kenya, the ones who are really talking about Ruto so much in Mount Kenya, are the jobless youths. So Raila wants to take the battle to William Ruto. He wants to take the battle to the doorsteps of William Ruto's support on the mountain, the youth. Because it's also widely believed that the older generation, they have really not bought the idea of William Ruto as much compared to the way the youth have done it. So Raila is first of all reaching out to this youth so that he can give the youth an alternative narrative. Because William Ruto has made the youth of Mount Kenya believe that when it comes to power, then he's just going to empower them maybe through the hustler narrative. So Raila, with this Build Kenya, Buy Kenya, Raila is also offering these youth an alternative narrative that maybe if he comes to power, then he's just going to empower these people so that they can start their small businesses to manufacture Kenyan goods locally. And in manufacturing their goods locally, then they are going to be empowered both financially, or rather, they are going to be empowered economically. So Raila is just offering or providing an alternative narrative to the hustler kind of a narrative. And then thirdly, ladies and gentlemen, from this meeting is also a clear indication that Raila Odinga is not alone in this quest for the presidency. We just know, ladies and gentlemen, that OKA, or rather Kalonzo, Mudavadi, and Wetangula, they seems to be a little bit, they are playing some kind of hardball. And some people might assume that maybe they are doing that because of the president. But in this case, Murathe is coming out clearly to confirm that President Uhuru Kenyatta is actually behind Raila Amolo Odinga. So in this case, Raila is not alone, because from some quarters, it has always been believed that Raila is alone in his quest, while Oka, they are ganged up against him. But now Murathe is saying that Raila is not alone. The president is actually behind him. That is also coming out very, very clearly from that meeting between Raila Amolo Odinga and these youth from Muranga. And then fourthly, ladies and gentlemen, from that meeting yesterday, Raila also gave out a speech. And actually, he narrated to these youth of how far he has worked with the people of the mountain. At one point, he also he was actually trying to give them a speech where he was endorsing Mwai Kibaki, and also sometimes a speech of Jaramogi Oginga Odinga. So in a nutshell, Raila just wants to set the record straight to these people that is not actually the enemy as it has all along been propagated, that is an enemy of the people of the mountain. And he was also just trying to remind them when he said Kibaki Tosha, and also when Jaramogi actually said that there is no Uhuru unless Kenyatta comes out of prison. So all these are just indications, ladies and gentlemen, that Raila Amolo Odinga, from where he is, he just wants to set the record straight to the residents of the mountain that is not actually their enemy, but just a friend. And what has been causing all this kind of disharmony maybe is because of politics and nothing else. He also wanted to put that across to the residents. And then the fifth point, ladies and gentlemen, from that meeting by Raila Amolo Odinga and these Mount Kenya leaders, it also brings, or rather shows something, that in the event Oka decides to play hardball to the end, then most likely we might have three horses in this case. we might have one horse of Raila Amolo Odinga being supported by the president, and then we might also have OKA, and then we might also have the hustler horse, William Ruto. That also comes out very, very clearly from this meeting. Because Murathe, again, this is a very, very close ally of the president. And when David Murathe talks, David Murathe, I'm very, very sure, is somebody who is very, very close to the president, and he reads the president's mood very accurately. And what the president today to decide to dump Raila Amolo Odinga, David Murathe will be the first person to give a hint about that. But now that David Murathe is still, even as of now, just endorsing Raila Amolo Odinga, it just proves clearly beyond any reasonable doubt that as of now, when I'm talking, the president is still with this man, Raila Amolo Odinga. That one comes out very, very clearly. So, what does that mean for OKA? It simply means that OKA, as much as they are also maybe angling for the president's endorsement, the president might not be very, very keen in endorsing this OKA, because the president largely believes that to stop William Ruto, the best person who can help the president do that is none other than Raila Amolo Odinga. So that meeting by Raila Amolo Odinga, Murathe, and these Muranga youths just explains that the president as of now is still behind Raila Amolo Odinga. And then, ladies and gentlemen, it also means that as we head towards 2022, we are most likely going to see the president and also even the president's men coming out clearly to endorse Raila Amolo Odinga, and more so in public. I strongly believe that those are the possible five meaning or the political objective or agenda that is most likely going to be achieved by this meeting between Raila Odinga, Murathe, and these youths from Muranga. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, if you've just bumped on this YouTube channel for the very first time, just as I did mention, kindly give it a like and also subscribe if you are not yet a subscriber. And to those watching us outside of Kenya, kindly drop a comment and let us also know from which part of the globe you are also watching us from. Otherwise, God bless you. God bless Kenya. And before I'm forgetting, there are people, or let me leave that for another day. Let me leave that for another day. God bless you. God bless Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana.